Right, hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, whether you're new or returning. Thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. And you might be thinking, Mike, what the heck's going on right now? It's not a Thursday. Usually you do Z Talks on Thursday. What exactly is going on with this kind of like impromptu Z Talks? Well, basically, nothing exciting, guys. I'm going to be honest. I do like four shifts in and 4 days off with my job. And this Thursday, I'm actually working when Z Talks would be, and I think for the following Thursday as well. So I thought, heck, instead of not doing a Z Talks like at all this week, let's kind of do one tonight. Let's do like a bit of an impromptu random one, and we'll see who joins. If you're watching, if you do want to join, drop me a message on Facebook. See if we can get you in the chat as well. And we'll see how it goes. But firstly, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for joining if you're watching live. 6 people, as I've said, this comment, watching live or after the fact. Really, really do appreciate it. And honestly, guys, I'm so close to 1,900 subscribers. It is crazy. Once we hit 2,000, I promise you guys, it's going to be a very interesting 2,000 subscribers special, which I'll lean more into once we get to that mark. But for anyone who is subscribed, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really, really do appreciate it. So yeah, tonight is just going to be kind of just a chat. Me and you guys will talk about anything, everything. Might have some guests along the way. But yeah, I just want to make this like a fun stream. Maybe going live till about maybe 10 p.m. UK time. So maybe about 2 hours or so tonight. So we'll see how we go. So firstly, how are you guys doing? How is your Monday? How is your week so far? Anything exciting planned for the rest of the week? Just to kind of fill you guys in a little bit about my weekend. I was kind of like at like a weekend kind of cottage break with my family, which was really awesome. It was nice just to spend some time with my family and away from kind of like work and everything like that, just like a bit of personal time, which was really, really nice. It is nice to be back. I'm not going to lie. It is also nice to be back, but it is just cool to have you guys here with me tonight. So we'll dive into a couple of comments. First up is the viewer Drew saying, hey, what's up? So as always, hey Drew, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, man, and thank you for your support. Never fail to never tune in, my man. So thank you so much. Got Danny Jukes in the house saying, hey, hope you're all good. So hey Danny, mate, hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in as well. Really do appreciate it. And as always, Danny always tunes into the streams as well. So thankful for that. And of course, someone else who always tunes into the stream is Menagel. So hey Menagel, hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. And he says, hey, let's rock and roll. Time to get the party started. Woohoo. Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm excited. It's a Monday night. I'm here for you guys, going live, talk about anything and everything. Any questions you want to ask me at all, feel free to drop them in the live chat, which I believe is now down below. Yeah, drop them in there. Let's have a conversation, and yeah, definitely here just for a good time tonight. And we've got the Soulless Trenchcoat saying, hey, what's up? Hey, Soulless Trenchcoat. Hey, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And we've got coming this summer Bean saying, been lurking on your channel for a few weeks. Keep it up, man. Hey, well, thank you so much. Coming this summer. Really appreciate it. And that's a lovely comment. Comments like this, guys, and your guys' comments really just make my night, make the live streams, make the channel what it is in your support. So thank you so much. And we have got some more comments, mainly from Menagel, which I'll get to in a second, Menagel, not ignoring you. One quick announcement from me, guys, is a couple of weeks ago, you may have seen on my channel a video about the first ever Z tournament. So that is still going ahead. It is still happening for anyone who's winning an update or anyone who's messaged me. So that is still going ahead. It hasn't changed. I've got about 24, 25 entrants, which I'm still absolutely amazed and overblown by. But just to let you guys know, if you do want to join the first ever Z tournament, which is basically just like a movie, TV, trivia kind of quiz between different people. It's not going to be 25 people per stream. It might be like 4 or 5 people per stream. Top 2 people go through. I'll explain more as we get near there. But if you do want to join, check the video out on my channel. Leave a comment to saying I'd like to enter. You don't have to have a YouTube channel as long as you're happy just to be on camera. That's all you need, just to prevent any cheating. That's basically all it is. So anyone can take part. It's open to anyone. The winner will receive a custom trophy and maybe another little prize in there as well. So definitely feel free to join. I would love to have you all on board for that because it's going to be exciting. I'm excited to host it, and I think it's just going to be something fun, something a little bit different within the kind of YouTube community, you know? And yeah, so again, that video is on the channel right now. We've got Minajio saying, what's everyone's favorite boutique label? I don't know if it's boutique, but got to be Arrow and Second Sight for me. Although I don't have any Second Sight releases yet, waiting on that Hitcher set. Yeah, I've been hearing the Hitcher set being talked about quite a few times, Minajio, especially with like Nige, Pete, and Scott and stuff, which I hope all those guys are doing well. Yeah, I think I've got to agree with you in terms of like Arrow. Second Sight, I don't think I own any of their releases. No, I own 101 and Arrow. That's the only ones I own. Not to say that the other companies don't do great sets, because I'm sure they do. But yeah, I've got to say Arrow. I think they put a lot of effort and care and love and detail into their releases. So I've got to go with theirs. But cool to hear about yours for Second Sight. But you do also add here, I'm so pleased with the Psycho set on Arrow. It's a proper deluxe set in your opinion, and I finally owned it into collection. I tell you, seeing a release, physically having it in your hands is two different things. Yeah, I've got to agree, because, right, so if you see a release on the internet, you know, like HMV, Zavvi, Amazon, whatever site, you know, Arrow's site, whatever, you know, you see a lot of pictures, it looks nice, it looks great, and you think, wow, you know, I really, really want to own that. But once you have it actually in your hand, it is something else. You get a feeling like, wow, you own that, which is, you know, can't really be taken away from you, that you have that and you own it, you know. So I definitely agree with this comment. I think it's a great comment as well. Really glad that you've got the Psycho box set. I think you get the first, I think there's 3 Psycho movies or 4, Menagerie. I might be wrong. Correct me if I am. I think it's 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, man, great to hear that you've owned that as well. I know Nige owns that as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very popular one. And of course, Mike, I hope that Nige boy Nige is one of the mystery guests. Well, to be honest, if Nige is watching, drop me a message on Facebook. More than welcome to join, mate. Absolutely. So we'll see. We'll see. And we can only hope. Yeah, I mean, Nige is a great guy. Got nothing but love for the man. So yeah, he's a fantastic guy. Basically, I've only sent the link out for, I think, to one person for tonight, and that was kind of about it. So yeah, pretty much a lot of people cannot join, to be honest. So we'll see. And Danny Duke saying, I see your Expendables 4 video. Thought it would be bad, but not as bad as you said it was. Well, Danny, firstly, man, I'm glad that you enjoyed it more than I did. Don't get me wrong, right? I know it's meant to be like a dumb action movie with kind of like a lot of like action stars and big blockbuster stars. And for that, don't get me wrong, I like that kind of movie. For example, the first 3 Expendable movies. The third one maybe not being so great, but you know, I enjoyed those kind of fun times. I love kind of the Rambo series and you know, like, just stuff like that. Like, I love that kind of movie. But going into it, man, I mean, this is only just from my perspective, guys, if you haven't seen that video. But if you're new to the channel or returning, but you haven't really checked out those videos, I've covered a lot of bad movies on the channel, like from The Asylum, from Uncorked Entertainment, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, like recently I've done like Cocaine Shark and, you know, like movies like that, and, you know, Titanic 2, etc. And those movies are absolutely terrible CGI, terrible stories. And of course, that's probably the intention, low budget movie studios and everything like that, right? So that's all cool. I appreciate those movies, and they're so bad, they can be fun, right? And I think with The Expendables, this movie that has got like a franchise behind it, you'd expect them to have like more money there, you know, at least somewhat of a, you know, decent story, and, you know, just a fun, dumb time. But I found with The Expendables 4, and you guys let me know in the comments if you've seen this movie as well, the CG was abysmal. It was like at times worse than Asylum movies that I've seen. And I'm like, if an Asylum studio that has like maybe $250,000 budget, which I've read before, and Expendables has like 30 plus million, I'm assuming it has more than that. Like, how can they not get the special effects at least decent enough to like be believable? But like when an item gets thrown in the water, clearly you can just tell it landed in like a green screen or like some mat on the floor and they try to cover it with water. So yeah, man, it was just unfortunately poor. The chemistry wasn't really there with the characters. But I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna rant on it here. I just want to say though, Danny, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, man. At least more than I did, at least anyway. If you were to give it a score out of 10, Danny, what would you give it? Let me know, man. I'm definitely intrigued. Ruddy says, glad to see you enjoyed Expendables. I thought about the movie after seeing it on Friday and utterly garbage. Well, hey, Ruddy, man, it's cool to hear your thoughts. Yeah, shame to hear that you're in the camp, like, with myself as well, about, thinking that it's utterly garbage. I can understand, of course, you guys know my opinion on it, so I'm not going to talk on it or downgrade it too much. You guys, watch my rant video that's, like, live on the channel if you want to know my kind of in-depth thoughts. All I'll say, man, is cool to hear your opinion as well, and thank you for sharing it, man, as well. I'm sorry that you didn't have a great time with it either. Danny's on here. Yeah, the Psycho box set is 4 films, with the last one is a TV and theatrical version. Yeah, I think Nigel might have said something the other week about it was made for TV at the time. I might be wrong on that. I'm not too sure. But thank you for clarifying that up there, Danny. Appreciate it, man. And I say, hope you guys are just having a good week so far. I know it's only Monday, but I hope you're having a good week so far. Josh says, good evening, Mike. Hey, Josh, hope you're well, my friend. He says, watched Dumb Money and can't say I was too keen. Kind of pointless and feels like it wasn't an interesting enough idea to adapt in that format. Yeah, I kind of get where you come from, Josh. I'm going to be honest. Again, I did a review on my channel, guys, if you want to check that out. Yeah, so I think with Dumb Money, right, it's an interesting one because the whole thing that it's based on with the whole GameStop at the time and Wall Street, that's an interesting concept. I think the issue is, to an extent, is that it only happened like 2 years ago, maybe maximum. And of course, someone did a book on it, and I don't know if this movie is more based on like the book telling of the story. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a case of it's just a story that's kind of like too soon to do a movie on. Like, it just feels like if it's just happened, it's during that time, of course, COVID. COVID for a lot of people is kind of a raw thought. That's not a conversation for this channel, being honest. I'm not here to dive into that. But I just felt like, for me, I kind of get what you mean where it felt pointless and an interesting enough idea. I think it is an interesting idea. I will counter-argue it to an extent. I think it's an interesting idea, but I think the issue is with the movie is they focus it on about 5 or 6 different characters and different stories in an hour and 40-minute runtime, and that is not a long enough runtime to kind of give that amount of story to every character where you care about them. It's like flickering between characters like all the time, and you kind of like, I don't know. Just for me personally, some movies like that I can't really buy on board with because I just feel like you're just trying to shove everything down our throats within an hour and 40 with the case of Dumb Money, and you don't care about every character. There was certain ones I thought, wow, that's great, and the cast list is very impressive for the movie. Yeah, I just wish they maybe released it in a couple of more years' time, but I understand marketing wise, trying to capitalize on it now while the subject is kind of still fresh, So I get it. We've got Fembo Cinema saying good evening all. Hey, I hope you're doing well, Fembo. Thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it, man. I hope you're having a great Monday. Coming this summer, I think, clarifying saying budget was somewhere around 100 million. It's pretty unforgivable. Yeah, well, there you go. Exactly as you've just said there. So Expendables 4, Expendables, 100 million budget, and like the CG green screen looks like that. Although they shoot on location, but it looks green screen and like the moment when they shot on location. It's a weird decision what they did with the movie, and it's a shame because again, I like the first 3 installments at least. Think that they're okay. So I would have liked to have seen more. And Danny says, I give it about a 2. Yeah, hey, well, Danny, cool to hear you, Scoreman. And you said you give it a 2. Is that a 2 out of 10 or a 2 out of 5? Let me know if you're still watching, man. And we'll discuss it a little bit more there. We've got Adam, what the gym? Hey, Adam, hope you're well, my friend, and hope you're doing good. Thank you for tuning in and stopping by. I hope that you are doing well. Adam, fantastic guy. Go check out his channel. And of course, Soulless Trenchcoat is great as well. Check out their channel. And Joshua Through the Lens, check out their channel as well. Danny says, your brother said hi and be here soon. One more game of Fortnite. Well, thank you, Danny, for the update. Yeah, my brother, he's always on Fortnite. He's always doing live streams like that. And it's a lot of fun. He always has like a couple of people he plays online with and stuff as well. Yeah, great. I'm really happy for him. He's absolutely smashing it with subscribers. So, hey, all the power to him. And yeah, I hope that he's enjoying Fortnite. I did tune in a little bit earlier. And Danny, you clarify it's a 2 out of 10 that you give the Expendables for Expendables. Yeah, man. Well, hey, 2 out of 10. probably around the same as me in terms of like a 1 out of 5 stars. I'm guessing. I mean, that might be wrong. Maybe a little bit higher than what I gave it. So sounds like we're on similar wavelengths. But as you mentioned, you thought it wasn't as bad as I did as well. So hey, that's all good, man. All good. So thank you so much, Danny, for your thoughts. Cool to hear 2 out of 10. If you guys are watching, what's your thoughts on the Expendables franchise, and which one is your favorite? Let me know. All right, guys. So, hey, I'm having a good time so far. It's nice just talking to you guys. And again, feel free to leave any comments or questions down below, live chat section. Even if you've never commented before, even if you say, hey, Mike, or hello, or just say hello to someone in the chat, all good. We've got Tyler Carter. Hey, Tyler. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. He says, yo, man. Thank you for the like, whoever's done that. Just popped up on my screen. Yeah, guys, like the stream if you haven't already. Really does help the channel, and I do also really appreciate it. He says, yo, man, what have you been up to recently? Well, hey, Tyler, hope you're doing well. What have you been up to recently as well? As for myself, I mentioned to kind of start the stream that I've recently just been on kind of like a weekend family break in Carlisle. Was really nice. Was there like 3-4 days, just a bit family time, kind of explored around Carlisle. Did like an escape room, which I didn't escape, guys. Yeah, it wasn't great. So been up to that. I watched like a couple of screeners as well. One for sure. I just released a review for today called Nightmare. If you guys want to check that out a little bit later, it is on the channel. Besides that, just enjoying like a day off, and then the next 3 days I'm at work for 11-hour shifts in a row. So got that coming up. But Friday I am seeing Saw X, which I am very excited about. And my partner Emma might also be joining me for a review of that as well. So that's going to be cool. Looking forward to Saw X. Heard it's set between the first and second movie. I really like the franchise. Definitely some weak installments in there, but I think overall, pretty cool franchise. Of course, it was different for the time, so I'm definitely intrigued to see how they're going to return to it. Like after all this time, yeah, definitely curious to say the least. And then besides that, dude, gonna be honest, not really too much. Kind of been sorting through the physical media collection. I will have to do some kind of update video on that at some point. Got rid of actually some physical media, guys, believe it or not. Couple of reasons behind that. I'll explain that in an upcoming video. But yeah, man, that's really what I've been up to. But thank you for the question, and thank you for asking there. I really, really do appreciate it, Tyler. Drew says, question for everyone. All right, cool. Let's have a look. What do you think is Joaquin Phoenix's best performance? That's a great question. I'm going to be honest. As far as I remember, for myself, I can't comment for you guys, of course. For myself, I think I've only ever seen a couple of his movies. Of course, I've seen Joker, which he is terrific in. I've also seen him in Walk the Line, of course, the Johnny Cash movie, and he was also fantastic in that. I think those are kind of like the two big main movies I've ever seen him in. So I'm going to have to go with those two, Drew. Two different movies, of course. But two solid performances. We have got a guest joining us right now. Of course, you guys know this guest. His link will be down below in the description box after the live stream. Just got the champ of Z-Talks.
Yep.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
Hey, yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, okay.
Good. Well, hey, Jason, firstly, thank you for joining, man. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I think if you built like a light that would shine into the sky and it would say Z Talks, like the bat signal, like I would see it and I'd go, oh, I'm there. Like I would, as soon as I saw it in the sky, I'd be like, oh, I'm ready.
It literally is. It's like drop everything you're doing. Like you're in work. Nope, sorry guys, gotta go.
Sorry, gotta go. Signal. Call me.
Well, if you guys don't know by now, Jason is like the reigning champ of most appearances for Z Talks, and it's always great to have Jason, such a great guy, man. So thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, welcome. Always a pleasure to talk to you, man. And me and Jason's great friends, so it's always a blast. But again, guys, the link isn't in the description right now. But if you haven't already, just go on YouTube, type in Jason the Old Millennial, that name right there you can see on screen, and go give him a sub. How many subs are you on at the moment, Jason?
Last time I checked, I was like at 238, I think. It kind of went up a little bit lately because I was at like, it was weird because I was like at 236 or something like that, and then it went down to 234, and then it went up to 239. I think it's 238. So it's been going up and down in that range, four or five subscriber range or something.
Right, right. Hey, well, to be fair, man, that's good. Like, it's cool. It's been really great to see your growth on YouTube as well. And
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I remember when I only had like 10 subscribers when I first started, and so
right,
it's kind of nice to think about. Yeah, I got over 200. So
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. You've been growing, and you guys can help Jason grow as well. So again, go subscribe. I've even pointed to the right place there. The name on the
yeah,
screen.
you got it.
Please go subscribe to Jason, guys. Really great guy, great content, covering a lot of like top 100 albums. Recently wrapped up 100 top 100 Beatles songs as well. So I'm excited to see what series is going to be on next.
Yeah, I need to start a new one.
I tell you what I do like, Jason, which I've been watching recently. When you do this series of like, say, top 10 like martial arts movies or action movies, like I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got some in the chamber.
Nice, nice. Well, again, please go subscribe to Jason. So, Jason, we got a question before. It was from Drew. He
Yeah,
says,
well,
"What do you think? Yeah, what would you say is his favorite performance?"
I don't know. This might be surprising, but actually, my favorite performance is from the movie Her, and it's
Oh,
not as
okay.
flashy of a performance, but it is so good. I mean, and it's an interesting movie concept of him falling in love with the computer, basically. Or
Wow.
do you know that movie? Her?
I've not seen it, but I've always seen the cover. I think it's just him smack bang in the middle of the cover, if I'm not mistaken, and that's
Yeah, and
about
he
it.
falls in love with this operating system voiced by Scarlett Johansson. Um,
Okay.
it's kind
Uh,
of future. It's a little bit futuristic,
mm,
but not like too far in the future. But it feels like the near future kind of idea where computers are really doing everything, which is pretty close to today.
mm.
Um, but he has a very, it's maybe more subtle performance, but man, is it good! Like uh, just his face, just when he reacts to something, just with his face without saying anything, you just get all the emotions. I think perfectly with Joaquin Phoenix in that.
Yeah, I've got to agree. He's one of those actors can just convey emotions without saying a single word, as you mentioned. I've got to agree. I'm kind of interested in that actually because I didn't know the plot. As I've always just seen the cover art, and that's it.
Yeah, it's where like operating systems are getting more advanced, and
Mm,
they're creating personalities, and you can kind of talk to them, and you can become friends with your computer basically because they
mm.
can learn and grow, and interesting idea.
Yeah.
And
So,
if your computer sounds like Scarlett Johansson, of course you're gonna fall in love with it. I mean, who would? I would fall in love with my computer if it talked like Scarlett Johansson. I mean,
right, right. I don't know who wouldn't. Very true. She has got also just a very nice voice in
oh
general.
yeah,
So
great voice.
I'm gonna have to check out her though. I'm kind of intrigued by that premise.
I recommend it. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, I'll have to check if it's on like any streaming services that I've got. More than likely, been on a streaming service I don't have.
Yeah, maybe I haven't.
That's the problem with streaming services. You never know. On a service you don't have usually. So does
what,
Trench Coat.
what was your answer? Did you have an answer to that?
Yeah, I was just saying that I've only seen a couple of his performances ever.
Okay.
For me, either Joker or Johnny
Yeah.
Cash in Walk the Line.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Right, mix between.
Joker. It's hard not to talk about that one because he won the Oscar for it.
Mm,
Walk the Line, of course, another Oscar nominated performance.
right.
What was that? What was that one movie? There's one we got nominated. It was pretty good with Philip Seymour Hoffman, The Master.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
that's another one
brilliant.
people talk about quite a bit. It's one of his best performances. I would even say Gladiator. You haven't seen Gladiator, I don't think, but
Nah.
great performance there in Gladiator as well. It's the first movie I ever saw him in 2000 was playing the villain in Gladiator, and I was like, man, this guy's a good villain.
He's a very masterful actor. He can kind of go into anything. Really.
And he changes his body to fit the role. I mean, he's one of those guys like Christian Bale that just or Leonardo DiCaprio who just like tortures themselves to get into a role. It's like,
right,
man, they try hard and it comes out in the role.
Yeah, it does. It does. I can't imagine the sacrifice that they make.
Yeah. Oh, terrible sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, a couple of comments to add to this. So this trench goes in. It's a hard one to pick. Yeah, understandable. Tyler says has to be Joker.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Drew saying he was fantastic as Joker. I also love him as Johnny Cash and Walk the Line.
Yeah, good one.
Great picks. Got Kieran. Hey, Kieran. He says Joker is my answer, but got to say Walk the Line as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Soldier Trench Coat saying he was best part of Gladiator. Not huge on the movie, but he stole every scene that he was in.
Yeah.
So I've heard. Let's have a look. And yeah, that's basically just the comments in terms of that question. So yeah, thank you for the question, Drew. Yeah, great question. So Trench Coat saying, what type of music do you like? I'll go first because Jason's definitely got an interesting choice of music. I'll say that. I think for me, like I love country music. It's one of my go-tos. Or I like pop. I guess like anime music. Sometimes that can be like K-pop. It can be all sorts. But then sometimes I like metal, and it kind of just depends, really. But a lot of country. Jason.
Yeah. Of course, you know my channel. I'm a huge Beatles fan. That's my favorite band to listen to and talk about. And I fell in love with music because of the Beatles. I got into them when I was 10 years old and just fell in love with the Beatles. And so then I kind of fell in love with 60s rock music. It was really like where I really kind of got into music. And so I still have a lot of love for the 60s, that British invasion period, the mid 60s, the late 60s, where you got all the British bands coming in, and then you got the folk rock bands like the Byrds in America coming out, and I love that. Also, the folk music of the 60s into the 70s. Absolutely love the folk music of John Denver, Jim Croce, Bob Dylan. And then you got the really cool psychedelic and rock bands also in that period with, Led Zeppelin and The Who, and then Queen eventually in the 70s coming in. Absolutely love 60s, 70s. Like a lot of people, I absolutely love that period personally.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've got a bit of different tastes in music, of course, which is cool. But I would say definitely check out Jason's channel for music because he covers a lot of that over there. As I mentioned, Beatles top ranking, 100 albums as well. Recently, one of them was Adele, I saw.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I even like, of course, I grew up in the 90s, so I do have some love for the 90s rock music and pop music. And 2000s, I guess, 'cause that's when I graduated in 2002. So I feel like that's when you really are into music, is that like when you're in high school. And so I definitely was listening to the current music of the time. And so I do love some of that, the rock and pop music of that period. I haven't listened to too much music in the last 10 years. Just like I said, Adele and Ed Sheeran is about what I listen to. And Coldplay, maybe. I mean, there's not a lot of bands or artists I listen to recently, but Adele's one of them. Yeah, I really like Adele. I mean, I love anything rock, pop, folk, that period. I'm not into rap or heavy metal or country as much. Some country, but not as much country. But
yeah, I get you. And it's always interesting to talk about music and like hearing the differences between people. I mean, just us two as well, like massively kind of different.
Yeah.
You never know. One day I might do a video top 10 music artists that I like, and you guys might be like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah.
It might be a bit different.
It'd be a mystery to me because I don't hear you talk much about music. So
right, but it's something different for the channel, I guess. But yeah, Jason covers a lot of music, man. Well, thank you for the question, but definitely check out Jason's channel for music. Definitely covers a lot. Also, Briar's music showcase as well.
I was gonna say, Briar. I wish Briar was here. He would have a good answer to that question.
Right. Or Adam, what the gym? He's also another
Adam
one
too.
music.
Yeah.
Tyler, just asking before what he's been up to. He says hasn't been up to much. He saw Studio 666, the Foo Fighters horror movie.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah, came out, I'd like to say 2 years ago now. Might be either a year or two ago, I can't remember. Expendables 4 and Sweeney Todd on a rewatch. Jason, have you seen Expendables 4? Do you have any interest?
It's funny. I kind of want to see it now because everybody's just, oh man, dogging on this movie. This is the worst reviews I've ever seen. Like you, Elliot, Ryan recently. I even saw Jeremy Johns give a bad review on this on his channel, and every single review is just the same. It's like just how bad the CGI is and how bad the performances are. And now I'm like, I might need to watch this movie just so I can rant on it too because it looks like fun.
I'll be honest, Jason. I really wouldn't be surprised if it hits streaming very soon. Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
No. So, like, to give you an example, right? So when I went to see it the other day, the time of showing it was on at my cinema, they had it on like the biggest screen that's in the cinema, and if you're like one of the pass holders, you have to pay an extra £2.50, like an up fee charge to get the seat in this better screening. So I paid it because usually those screens, I'll be honest, are usually a lot more quiet than just a regular showing. And it wasn't on at the time I was going to watch the movie, so it just on that screen. So I thought, it is, screw it, I'll watch it. Plus, it has like Dolby sound, so I was like, Expendables should be like a great Dolby sound movie, right?
Yeah.
So I went in, and bear in mind, this cinema has rows starting from A all the way to the letter T, and there's out nearly 20 seats per row, so there's a lot of seats in that screen, right? There's maybe 8 people in total in the screening.
Yeah.
And I know it was through the week, and I know it was like a 2:00 show, but 8 people, I was like, wow, like hardly no one. And I don't think anyone walked out with a smile on their face. At least that I might be wrong. I didn't.
So, are they an older crowd or younger crowd? You think, or just
a bit of a mix of both? So
I wonder if it's more for the older people that like were big fans in the 80s of the of the Stallone Schwarzenegger movies. Like I say old, like my age old, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, this is the interesting thing. Like a movie like The Expendables, I would say it's kind of like an age range for a lot of people because you've got the young fans who's maybe just been introduced to Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren, of course Megan Fox, 50 Cent, all that stuff.
Megan Fox, that's such a weird. You named everybody, and Megan Fox. I'm like, what? Megan Fox?
I agree. I personally don't think she belongs in there.
It doesn't sound right. I don't know.
Nah. So like in the show, there was like me. There was like a couple of like young guys, like like just odd single people seeing the movie themselves. Like I was. There was like this older couple who must have been at least in their 60s.
Okay.
At some point, they were in. So yeah, it was pretty dead screening, and it's just awful.
I would think the movie is kind of for guys in their 40s to 50s range. I would think would be the range, but I don't know.
I guess there's anyone who likes an action movie.
Yeah, I guess anybody likes that, but
yeah. It just I say I don't think it'll last in the cinema long. I think it'll be on streaming within a month to try and maximize the profits, maybe.
Yeah, and I think we all should call it Expendables, like Elliot. I love Elliot. Expendables or something like that.
I don't know why they put the 4 in the title, just to try and make it sound right. Fancy. I don't know. But yeah, just unfortunately, Jason, I mean, I'm not going to say too much. You've seen my video. People who's interested, they can see my video if they want. Judge for yourself, and I'd love to know your opinions if you see the movie.
I'll have to watch.
I'm excited to hear your opinion, Jason. And of course, Tyler, I hope you enjoyed Studio 666, and I hope you enjoyed Sweeney Todd on the rewatch as well, my friend. It's been a while since I've seen Sweeney Todd. So I was trying to go saying he loves Sweeney Todd. Yeah, definitely, man. It's an interesting movie. We've got Si in the house. Hey, Si, hope you're well. He says, are you guys happy that the writer's strike has come to an end? We just have to wait for the actors' strike to come to an end now.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
I didn't know. I thought both of them had ended, but clearly not. Well, I'm glad for the writers' strike. I don't know if they've highlighted anywhere the terms, have they?
Okay. So they can write the movies, they just can't promote it yet. Is that it?
I think, as far as I'm aware, from what I've read earlier, is that they've come to an agreement, but no one can return to work until like something in the background's finalized, and then they can say you can go back to work now.
Okay. Yeah, because they can't put any movies out, it seems like, until they can promote them. So.
And you can put them out, but you're just relying on word of mouth or an IP to do well.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess they don't like that. They want the actors out there, I guess.
Well, of course. I mean, there's some big movies. For example, like this week, we've got The Creator that's coming out, which looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Saw X is coming out on Friday. If you like Saw or not, it's still a known IP. That's coming out on Friday.
What's it called?
Saw X.
Oh, Saw. Yeah.
So yeah. So that one.
I heard you say Rex, and I was like, Rex? No, Saw. I somehow got it mixed up.
It's just my British accent, Jason.
It might be.
So yeah, I mean, personally, I'm happy the writers' strikes come to an end, as long as the writers are getting paid fairly, and as long as it's a good agreement that's been reached, and hopefully it'll be the same for actors as well. Jason, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Whatever. Just get back to making movies. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to the politics of it all. It's just like, whatever. We get these writer strikes every once in a while. We've had them before in the past, and it just delays everything, and just a pain in the butt. Same thing happens when we get, NBA strikes and, and other sports strikes. It's just a pain in the butt to the consumer. Just because we're all making minimum wage and they're millionaires, and we're just like, man.
Yeah, I think it's a bit different if it's like NBA strikes, right? Because obviously, as you mentioned, they're on big paychecks, whereas some of these writers have been revealed to get hardly nothing. And these people are the ones who write these movies, TV shows that we all love. Even if we don't like them, they're still writing this. So, but no, I get, it'll be nice just to get back on track, hopefully, and not too many movies delayed, I hope.
Right.
Tyler says, just to let you know, Mike, I've decided to study musical theatre at college. Oh, nice, man. Oh, that's awesome. Well, how long is your course, Tyler? And I wish you all the best with that, man. That's really awesome. Keep us updated. We have got a legend in the house, D Movieman. Hey, D. He says, the magnetic man of mystery, movies, and memorabilia himself. Mike, the moderator with a mean, manly mustache. And the master of manifesting marvelous merriment and mischief. My. Well, great. I don't think I've had a compliment like that before, D, so I'll give it to you, I guess. Yeah.
Mean, manly mustache.
I don't know if I have a mustache. I just have like a beard. Yeah. I'll take it. Thank you, D, for stopping in, and I hope you're doing well, my friend. I love the comment. Thank you. Nigel says, "What's your most memorable film like you have for nostalgia? Sorry, what's the most memorable film like you have nostalgia for? Mine's got to be Terminator 2, one of my early childhood films. Great pick, great movie. Jason."
Yeah, the one that gets me is Mary Poppins. I watched that nonstop as a kid. Like, that was my favorite movie for a while when I was, between 5 and 10 or something. We had a VHS tape or something like that, and I just wore it out just every day. I was watching Mary Poppins. I love those old Disney movies. I watched a lot of those as a kid.
Yeah, I know you've seen a lot of them, and I think you've mentioned Mary Poppins before at some point. So I was like, oh yeah. That one. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people grew up on like the Disney movies. Like for me, mine's Toy Story, so very similar to you, like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Like you, man, just kind of just watched it over and over again, and definitely my favorite animation movie of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely number one on the Pixar list. If I had to do a Pixar list, definitely number one. But great to hear yours, Menagerie, about Terminator 2. Absolutely great pick. Sai saying a great Joaquin Phoenix performances in You Were Never Really Here.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
I've actually seen this movie.
Oh, you've seen it? Okay.
I know, right?
I know. Wow, you beat me on that one.
Yeah, so this one's an interesting one because this one, like, my mum watched it, and I remember it had like a small cinema run in the UK, and I missed it at the time. And it's like, wow, it was like a really interesting movie. So it was on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it still is, and it was an interesting movie, but a one I didn't really like. Wasn't really fan of. But he's really good in the film, though, so I can definitely agree with his performance. He's really good.
Is that the one where he's like a vigilante, or am I thinking of something else?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of like a vigilante in it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I remember seeing it advertised on like Amazon or something. Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah. I would say it's more of kind of like an artsy kind of movie with some of the themes the director's going for. Not really for me, but definitely agree with Tyler. Great performance. Got to agree, man. Country Road, Take
John
Me Home.
Denver. Yeah. Country Road.
Absolutely great song. Yeah, love that song.
Oh, good.
Fembo Cinema saying favorite film score. And thank you guys for the likes that pop up on my screen.
I know. I keep saying these. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
People giving the stream a like, and I really appreciate it.
The thumbs up comes on. That's cool.
Fembo Cinema asks favorite film score. Ooh, that's interesting. Jason, do you have one?
Yeah, the movie Braveheart is my favorite film score. I love listening to that. I love film scores. I listen to film scores every once in a while. And that's one. I love the flute and the bagpipes and the it's some very, very pretty melodies in there in Braveheart. It's a James Horner, or James Horner's really great. One of my favorite score, whatever you call them. Those musical score movies, but yeah, that's an amazing score, I think.
Yeah, I've got to agree. Yeah, Braveheart's a great movie as well. James Horner's fantastic. One of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best. Got to agree. No, that's a great pick, Jason. I think it's tough because a lot of movies have soundtracks, and I listen to quite a few songs on like a soundtrack. Karate Kid has a good score. Bill Conti score for that one.
Yeah, that's good.
Batman, of course, like Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight have great scores to them as well.
Hans Zimmer, or who's that?
Yeah, I think it's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Well, I know he did Interstellar, so I'm assuming it's probably him with Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, he does a lot of Christopher.
I'm assuming. I might be wrong, but I think so. I think you're right.
So. Yeah, he's great.
But it's a great question. I saw Trenchcoat saying Suspiria has a great score.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Okay. No, I've not seen it. They've done an original and they did a remake from a couple of years ago.
Right.
I've not seen them, so I can't comment. Avanagio saying, sorry, I was meant to add to my last question. Why is it the most memorable film? What's the reason for nostalgia? Yeah, I think we kind of answered that now.
I think we answered it. Yeah.
Right. So it's all good though, Avanagio. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Have Cheetah Will View. Patrick's here. Hey, Patrick. He says, Zoink, 6 intervals 4 is getting crushed.
Is it doing bad in the box office? I bet.
I don't know. I've not actually looked at reports.
I haven't looked in.
I mean, to be fair, it might actually do well. Like a lot of people not liking the movie, like yourself, you might be like, "Oh, I'll go out and check it for myself."
Well, this is kind of the bad period. We're getting into the after summer, before winter, or before Christmas. It's like this really bad period. At least before Thanksgiving, they just dump these really bad movies onto this. And this sounds like one of those really bad movies they just dump in this period of time.
I think it's weird sometimes the choices that they make to release movies. Because as you've mentioned, right, this period, as you mentioned, could be like a lot of bad movies just get dumped. But surely it's a great chance to drop a great movie, and then while there's nothing on, people will be checking out that great movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like seems like January. Like I know a lot of people. January's like, oh, January's a rubbish month. Again, another month where people like a studio could drop a great movie I think they did it for Scream 5 originally, and that made a lot of money for being a January movie.
Okay.
I remember Bad Boys 3 got dropped in the January, February time last year, I think it was. I can't remember. Either 2021, 2022, I can't remember. But yeah, Expendables 4, I've not heard great reviews, I will say that.
No.
So Trench Coat 4, I said Saw Axe.
Saw Axe, the movie.
No, Saw X.
Saw.
Yeah. It's just my accent, guys. I'm sorry. Science asking, are you guys going to be watching The Continental? It's on Peacock now.
Oh, yeah. I do want to watch that.
Okay.
Okay, good. I need to watch that.
I didn't know it was on, to be honest.
Yeah, I forgot that was coming out. Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of been dropped without much marketing, but it could be because of the whole strike.
I forgot. I've seen. Yeah, I remember it being advertised months and months ago. I remember them advertising it, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting." And then I forgot about it, and then good. I'm glad you said something.
Yeah, I didn't really know anything about it. Yeah, you're right. I hope it's good. I hope it's getting some good reviews. Yeah, hopefully better than John Wick 4.
Exactly.
Patrick saying, I hope The Continental and Ballerina are good. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think Ballerina's got potential, and the Armas is really great. So
yeah, Armas coming in.
I've seen some like behind the scenes videos of her training, and she's done like a lot of physical. Like obviously she was in James Bond at the flat scene. She did great. So
she was in Ghosted, I believe.
Yeah, she was. I still haven't seen that.
Which was an action movie, so.
I know you love that one.
Yeah, I'm the only one, but yeah, I like that one.
I haven't seen it, man, so I can't comment. A bit like you, I heard just bad things about it, and that was it. And then you were the only one I've heard so far that said it was like really good. And it's like, oh wow, okay, maybe it is.
Yeah.
I like a cheesy movie at times, though, like a predictable movie. I like that kind of movie. So I will get to it, and I'll let you know my thoughts before the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. Patrick saying the budget for Expendables 4 is 100 million. Supposedly has made 19 million back.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Ouch.
Going to be a big. So the issue is with the Expendables 4, just to kind of a little bit of backstory. I said in my review as well. I read up afterwards that Sylvester Stallone originally said that this was going to be his last time he's ever going to be in a movie, and he also wanted to make it more of a Jason Statham focused movie as well, which is a bit weird, especially as Stallone's like plastered on the front of the poster. Of course, right, just to try to bring in people and audiences. But there's a couple of decisions they make in the movie that kind of ruin his character and ruin the movie. I'll only say that for people who haven't seen it, like yourself, Jason.
Right.
I don't spoil it.
I think you spoiled it, didn't you?
I did, but I did tell people to skip over it like 10, 20
no,
seconds.
I do know the spoiler of the movie.
But... I did give everyone a heads up. Yeah, very rough. There's been a lot of box office flops. I think Mission Impossible flopped as well. That was a great movie.
It didn't make as much money as I thought it would. I was kind of surprised. I thought it'd be a bigger hit. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's just, I don't know if it's because it was Dead Reckoning Part 1, and people are like, well, I'll wait till Part 2, or I don't know if that hurt the movie, or are people tired of the Mission Impossible movies at this point? I guess I don't know. Because Tom Cruise makes money at the box office, so he's a proven track record. So
I think it's a bit tough, like with because I don't know if the writer's strike was just around that point or just afterwards. Or just before, I'm not sure.
Right.
You're right. There could be wait for Part 2 and watch them as like a double feature.
Yeah.
It could also be like, like I can't comment for me or you, Jason. But people might think, well, I've never seen a single Mission Impossible movie. Why am I going to go see that one? Which it obviously does follow on from the previous events to an extent, but it's just like, you probably could still watch it and not really know much about Mission Impossible, I would say. So yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got Matt from Vengeance Media. What's going on, chaps? Long time no see. Hey, Matt.
Matt.
Hope you're well, Matt. Yeah, Matt. If you're watching live, man, drop me a message on Facebook if you want to link to the stream and bring you on, man. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining in. He does say the Continental is on Prime for us in the UK. Sick first episode.
All right.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice. At least it's on Prime as well. That's pretty cool. We can watch it. And you guys have got it on Peacock. I think, as I said before, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have Peacock over in the UK.
Okay.
Nah. We've got Sin in the house. Hey, Sin, hope you're well. Sin, if you're free, you want to join, feel free. Drop me a message on Facebook. She said, it's so funny to see Ana de Armas get big so quickly over here. I still remember her from the Spanish series El Internado. Sorry, my Spanish isn't great. Jason, did you ever watch that series?
Never heard of it. No.
No, never. But yeah, I think she's a good actress. I think also, I mean, she's a good-looking woman, I will say.
She's an Oscar-nominated actress.
Oscar-nominated, yeah, and she is a good actress, you know. So I'm not really surprised she kind of blew up pretty quickly, to be honest. Anything that she's in, even if the movie's not great, she's always good in the movie normally. So yeah, I'm not surprised. But I get what you mean, no, Sin. I said, sure, you can hop on. Yeah, Sin, message me on Facebook because I'm on my laptop. I can't get on Instagram. But let me know. We've got Andy from Got World Movies. Hey, you guys. Hey, Andy. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for tuning in. We've got Sai saying, I'm having a triple movie Tuesday at the cinema. Wow, okay. He says, The Creator on IMAX, then Saw X, and then finishing with a special screening of The Exorcist.
The Exorcist, wow.
Do you guys ever spend the whole day at the cinema?
No.
I
don't spend any days at the cinema.
No. I think it's tough, especially in America, I'd say, Simon. Jason, you could probably comment on this the best. But, like, it depends if you guys have, like, movie passes. And, you know, like, because over in the UK, my movie pass is you pay so much a month and you can go see as many movies as you want every day. Like, there's no limit on it. I think you guys do that with AMC. I think AMC Plus or whatever it's called.
Yeah, they have some kind of. I've never done it, so I don't know much about it. But
fair enough. Yeah, I think it's similar. You pay so much, and I think Perez mentioned to me once maybe you get to see 3 movies a week in the pass.
Okay.
Not really too sure. But hey, Si, that's an awesome triple feature.
I've never seen 3. I've seen 2 movies in one day when I was younger, I think, but never 3. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of time out your. That's your whole day. I mean, I feel like when I go to the movie theater and I see one movie, I feel like my whole day's gone. I guess that's one of the things I don't like is I go to the movie theater and I watch 30 minutes of trailers, and then the movie's 2.5. It feels like every movie's 2.5 hours nowadays. Like every time I go to a movie theater. And so I feel like I'm in there for 3 hours. When I come outside, it's dark. I'm like, what happened? Like, I was like, it was daytime when I came into the theater. Like now it's nighttime. And it's like, I just feel like my day's gone. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you. Yeah. And it's, especially with the trailers that get added on, it just adds half an hour onto your 2.5 hour movie.
I hate it.
Yeah, I've got to agree. So I will answer your question. So I love spending the day in the cinema when I can. I think my maximum I've done once is 4 movies in a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was like, I don't know, it was like starting at 11 at night and getting out at about 9 o'clock in the evening, maybe later than that. And my eyes just felt so baggy and swollen by the end of it.
Oh, the sun, or whatever.
That's what happens if I ever come out of a morning showing. So say like a 10 o'clock showing, I'll see a movie, I'll come out and I'm like,
you're like,
too bright.
Like a vampire.
Right. Personally, I love it though, but I'm on the side of you, Jason, where like, for example, the other day, on Friday, I went to see The Lesson first, and then I went to see Expendables 4. When The Lesson started, I maybe missed the first 10 minutes of trailers and just saw like the movie trailers, not like their own trailers. I did the same thing for Expendables because you're right. If you sat in there, it's like half an hour each time. That's an extra hour I've spent watching their own ads, which I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
I wish cinemas kind of did like specific times in day, like ad-free screenings.
Yeah, pay more to get no.
Yeah, or at least just like even if it was just 5 minutes of advertisements or something, and that was it. But you're right. It's like sometimes I can't comment for American cinemas. Sometimes we'll get ads that last half an hour. Sometimes we'll get ones that last 15, 20 minutes maximum. It's weird. It's weird. But Sai, I hope you enjoy your triple screener, man. I hope you enjoy the Creator Sorex and then special screen of the Exorcist. I think they're showing it in 4K, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope you enjoy, man. And definitely agree. I definitely love spending the whole day in cinema, but nowadays I usually don't get that luxury, I'll be honest. So Drew says, question for everyone, what are your favorite Johnny Cash? I'm guessing maybe favorite song, maybe?
Guessing favorite song is his Cocaine Blues.
Good song. I would say mine's probably Wanted Man. I think that's the name of the song. Anyone?
I don't know.
Yeah, my dad loved that song. I love that song as well. Jason, have you got a favorite, Johnny?
I'm trying to think what's that song. I hear the train a coming. It's coming round the bend.
Oh, I know which one it is.
The sunlight since God knows when. Folsom Prison is it what's called?
Folsom Prison Blues, maybe.
Folsom Prison Blues. I love that. I killed a man just to watch him die. That's one of my favorite lyrics of any song. I'm like, wow, that's a lyric.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, great singer. It's such a shame he's gone, but yeah, man.
Oh, Hurt. Great. Oh, I love Hurt. Hurt's my favorite song. Oh,
Hurt's good as well.
That's like the last song he did before he died, and that's an amazing song.
I agree. He's got a lot of big songs. It's hard to choose. Danny Duke saying 1492 Conquest of Paradise has a great sound by Vangelis. Nice, man. Yeah, it sounds. I don't know if I've heard that one. I'll be honest. Have you, Jason?
Is it a song? What is it?
There's a great sound by. I'm not
sure.
Oh,
is it a movie score?
I think so from the question before.
Okay. No, I don't know that one. No.
I could be wrong, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's about Christopher Columbus, of course. Yeah.
Matt's adding here, Dead Reckoning was awesome and got swamped by Barbie, and Oppenheimer came out.
That's true. Yeah, they came out right after that, didn't it? Barbie and Oppenheimer. That just crushed everybody, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm glad though, because it made so much money for cinemas, which is great.
Yeah. That's the story of the year right now, I would say.
I think was Mission Impossible. Sorry to interrupt. Was Mission Impossible like a week before them?
I think. Is
that right?
Something like that. It was right before that. Those two movies came out, just dominated the summer. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. Maybe I think with this week releases, Saw's just going to bring in horror fans, and the Creator is a lot of like sci-fi fans, and it looks actually really good. The Creator, so I think that will probably do really well. I think both of them will do really well. Not like Barbie and Oppenheimer, but I think they'll do well. Let's have a look. Danny Duke's clarifying saying it's a movie score.
Okay, yeah. I kind of remember. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Or
no, neither have I, Jason. Neither have I, man. So we're both in the dark on that one. Drew's asking, question for everyone: what musical icon do you like more, Johnny Cash or Elvis Presley? I love both, but I would say Johnny Cash. And just before we answer the question, we've actually got another guest in the house. And it is Matt.
No, it's Matt.
Hey.
All right. What's going on, lads?
Hey, man, how are you?
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not too bad, guys. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just doing a Z Talks on a
Monday.
A random Z Talks on a Monday.
Yeah, man. I'm working this Thursday, so I can't do it on my usual Thursday time.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. Man. How are you guys doing?
Good. Gee,
right.
I think the last time you were on was episode 40, I think.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, how have you been keeping?
Yeah, keeping well, buddy. Keeping well. I sort of took a moment off the streams just to kind of get my head right. But yeah, I'm in a good place now, which is good. So I've just been I've been seeing all of Jason's holiday snaps, man. These vacation snaps look dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The guy's been everywhere, dude.
Yeah, it was a good trip to Europe.
Yeah, man. You didn't stop by and see me, man. I'm offended.
I know. I wish I could have gone to England.
No, you don't. It's a shithole, to be honest.
I mean, London's not too bad.
Yeah, London's cool. I like London.
Yeah, it's sort of greater London. The sort of touristy bit's nice, but yeah.
Yeah, but outside of that part, yeah. It's not great.
Outside Greater London is a bit of a shithole.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, so Matt, obviously, since you've kind of had a bit of break from streams and stuff, man, which I'm glad that you're doing better, man. It's good to hear. Yeah, what have you been up to? Have you been doing like regular cinema trips and stuff as well, or?
Yeah, man, I haven't been sleeping on the movies, which is good. Yeah, I've been regularly seeing movies. I'm up to date. Saw Expendables 4 the other day, and wish I didn't. Yeah. But I did enjoy Equalizer 3. That was good. I had a really good time with that. That was awesome. It's Denzel Washington. What's not to like? You know, he's a legend. So yeah, I've been keeping up to date with the movies. I've been traveling. I've been in London, roughly the same time as you. I think because you went to see the West End, didn't you? You went to the West End. I think it might have been like a couple of days later. I was in London, so we totally just missed each other as well. So it's like,
I'm good.
I know. Death Note. I did walk past Death Note. I took a photo. I sent it to you. I was like, "Is that the one you went to?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Shit, you went 2 days before here." It's crazy.
Yeah, man. It was like a limited production in London, and it's like my favorite anime like ever. So as soon as that like was announced originally, I was messaged Emma, and I was like, "Can we go? Let's book tickets. It's gonna sell out." Because like at that point, it sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's only on 2 days in England. I was like, I can't miss this. So yeah, we went, which was awesome, man. But are you going to Love of Horror in Manchester?
I am indeed, yeah.
I'm gonna be there, my friend.
Amazing, my friend. That's amazing. And you're going to interview Art anyway. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I interviewed him the other week. That was really cool.
That was a great interview.
Wow. Dude, how do you keep your composure, man? Just
by going to the toilet beforehand, my friend, and just letting out the nerves.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was shaking that day though. I was like beforehand. I was like,
wow.
Yeah. Do not mess this up. Do not mess this up. Do not mess this up.
Yeah. I think it helps when you've got like a guest, like for example, like Z Talks, like you guys, right? Like we can just chat like all day, so it's helpful. And it makes these easier. And I felt like with David Howard Thornton, when I was talking to him, like he was just having a really good conversation. He was giving a lot back as well.
Yeah.
Which I think just helps you when you're interviewing. Well, Matt, you know yourself when you've interviewed people and they're really talkative. It helps you, right?
Oh, 100%, man. Like there's, you know, I've had conversations with people before and you're doing all the work, man. You're putting all the work in to make this conversation happening. And when they recuperate more to you and they give you more sort of stories and more like backstories on things, it's so great because then that gives you time to kind of think about your next question and where you're going to take the conversation, and it's it's brilliant.
Yeah, man, definitely, and especially when you interviewed Rebecca, you know, like she was great.
Oh, she was lovely. 100%. Yeah, she was really cool. So
yeah, man, it definitely makes it easier. And same probably for you, Jason, when you do like your musical live streams with Briar and Nick and stuff, you know.
I said I've done one interview, and that was with Mike, and that's my only interview I've got under my belt.
Hey, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Well, I will, after the stream, of course, leave the link to Matt's Instagram, Vengeance Media, so you can follow him there. Matt, do you think you're going to be getting back to live streams, my friend?
Eventually, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm happy to come and do these, and I'm happy to, you know, if I'm invited on, I get sent a link. I'm like, yeah, I'm there. That'd be cool. But Like, I just got to think. I'm just trying to think where I'm going to take Vengeance Media next year. I'm just sort of in a bit of a, like a writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm kind of doing my posters at the moment, my movies, but I'm trying to think where I want to take the live streams. I'm getting a few cool posters at the moment though, which is cool. So
I was going to say, man, you're always getting posters from the cinema. It's awesome.
yeah, man. Yeah, dude. We don't get any of the anime ones because I know you're after some of the anime ones, but we don't. My local cinema doesn't show anything like cool like that, which is annoying.
Mm.
So it's more just the blockbusters. We get, but if you need anything, man, just let me know. If there's anything new that's coming that you want, just let me know.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, man. No, are you going to get yourself one of those Saw X ones with like the eye traps on?
Yes. Yeah. And I've got that with my name on, and I've got the Exorcist Believer with my name on because that's a nice poster. Yeah, it's a beautiful poster. So yeah, I've just picked up the Haunted Mansion the other day. I've still yet to frame it. I need to frame it, but yeah, I've framed up a couple. So.
Oh, yeah. Nice, man. Nice. Jason, have you seen the Haunted Mansion? No.
Is that Disney? Or was that?
Yeah, Matt, it's not a remake, is it, of the 2003 one?
No, it's completely different.
Yeah,
it's completely different. It's not like Eddie Murphy, because obviously that was more of a comedy because it's Eddie Murphy, but like this one's more sort of grounded.
Mm-hmm.
It's still out there. It's still outlandish, but it's not like Eddie Murphy outlandish, if that makes sense.
Right.
You just got Owen Wilson looking at all the ghosts going, wow.
Man, typical Owen Wilson. No, what do you expect? I love Owen Wilson. No, he's great.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to hit streaming because I missed it on the cinema run, to be honest with you. It's not on anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go see it in the cinema, and then my nephew was in the city, and my nephew wanted to check out 4DX, so we saw it in the 4DX. My first ever 4DX experience as well, so that was pretty cool.
Wow.
So yeah, it was awesome.
Would you recommend 4DX? I've never done it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I might even do Sorex in 4DX because my local Cineworld's going to do 4DX, so I might feel it all, all the saw cuts and all the torture traps and that. You probably feel it. But
I was going to say, I can imagine like Fast and Furious and Saw like 4DX and that being crazy. Never mind Saw.
I know, right? It's the porn that you want to watch in 4DX where it's all like, you get all the spray of water and stuff. Oh my God. The money shot at the end, you're like, oh God, no.
And man, for the CCTV as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Since Ian pinged you by my random account. Yes, I was just checking Facebook. I haven't had any message, so try the other account if you've got me. I've only got the one, but I'm not sure which one you've clicked on, and we'll see if get you on the stream. Well, Matt, as you joined, we got a question from Drew, and of course for Jason as well. He says, "Which musical icon do you like more, Johnny Cash or Elvis Presley?" Drew prefers Johnny Cash.
That's a difficult one. I think they're both good. I think Johnny Cash was more country inspired. Elvis was more blues inspired. So I'm more. I don't know. I quite like. I think Elvis. I'm gonna go Elvis, just for his sheer catalogue of music. But yeah.
Yeah, hey man, great pick. You're right though. The two different artists completely.
Yeah.
Jason, who would you go with? Are you Elvis as well?
Yeah, I think I have to go for Elvis because, like I said, Johnny Cash was more. I mean, he had kind of a country rock. I don't know what he had. You call it in the '50s era, but he definitely is more known as a country, artist, I guess. And I'm more of a rock and roll fan than a country fan. So I definitely know Elvis's. I just know Elvis's music a lot more than I know Johnny Cash's music, and definitely because Elvis was most influential rock star in the '50s. I mean, the Beatles. You wouldn't have the Beatles without Elvis, I think, and a lot of rock bands in the '60s. So definitely, I'd probably go more to Elvis.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. Yeah, and as you mentioned, especially if you're more of a rock fan, definitely more Elvis up your alley. Yeah.
Because if you watch anything on anybody that was in rock and roll in the '60s, they all talk about Elvis. I mean, you cannot not talk about Elvis. He was the guy for anybody that loved rock and roll music at that time. I mean, biggest influencer in rock music, I would say.
Oh yeah, hugely influential.
I think Johnny Cash had the better biopic movie though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do like the Walk the Line though, and I most of the music I know about Johnny Cash is in that movie because I remember watching that movie and going, I don't know any of these songs, but I'm enjoying a lot of what I'm hearing.
I've got to agree with you guys. Yeah, I think Johnny Cash definitely got the best biopic movie. I mean, as of now, there's plenty of time to do another Elvis one.
Yeah, I like to see a real Elvis biopic. The one we got wasn't a real Elvis biopic. It was a what's his name, Colonel Parker biopic with Elvis in it. I don't know. It was.
It was more like, "Hi, my name is Baz, and I'm going to show you what I can do with this." Like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good movie still, but I mean they're doing another one. Priscilla. It's all about Priscilla or something I've seen.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah, there's a trailer for it. I'll shoot you a DM later with the link to the trailer, and it's quite good. I think it's A24.
Oh wow, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I believe it's A24.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's called Priscilla.
So I'll be interested in that. I'll be interested in that one. I don't know a lot about Priscilla personally, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, great question. I'd personally go Johnny Cash just because I kind of grew up with him and my dad listening to him all the time. But I can respect Elvis though. I felt like the Elvis movie was good, but I felt like it should have been a series more than a movie, and go more because it was a lot of like big things that was just skipped over in Elvis or touched on slightly, and then it's like get on to the next part.
100%, man.
And you're right, more of a Colonel Parker movie than an Elvis one. Yeah.
Yeah, because to me, the best part of that movie, Elvis, in my opinion, was when he first kind of got on stage and he started, dancing and swinging his hips, and all the girls are just like going crazy because they're like they've never seen anything like it before. Like that was like the best moment because that really kind of that visually described what Elvis did for women of those days. Women went crazy for Elvis because I don't know, the sexuality that he was pushing forward when he was singing just was his charisma was just jumping off that stage. And I want to see more of that in the movie, more of what how did he change music? I don't know, than what I got.
Yeah, you're right. And Matt, what were you going to say before? I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was going to say, I just thought Austin Butler I thought he was great.
Oh, yeah.
He was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think he was fantastic. And I agree with both of you guys. Especially Jason, what you were saying there about wanting to see more of like what Elvis was about. Like you're right, because they're going to shaking like his legs and stuff at the beginning. I was like, whoa! I was like, this is Elvis,
Yeah.
And we've got another guest in the house. We've got Sin's caller. Hey, Sin.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Doing well. How are you?
Good.
Do you ever get out of the corner? Or?
No, I'm always in my corner.
You're always in the corner. Okay.
I am always in the corner. This is my office. This is my workspace. When I'm not online, this is where I literally sit and work for many hours a day.
Okay.
So, yeah. I was trying to get a 2018 movie under my belt before my live stream tonight, but I was like, I'd rather talk with Mike and the others.
Cool.
But hey, Sin, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining.
Sure.
I was just admiring the posters in your background. I can see a Terminator one.
The Terminator.
Yeah, the Terminator.
Is that Chadwick Boseman?
Yes. The Chadwick Boseman one is actually a displate.
Oh yeah.
My brother, he has a friend who's a really good prolific graphic or artist or whatever, and so he made this. He made that picture and he made the files available for free after Chadwick died. So my brother Tim took it and made a displate of it. And then that's Kiefer from the Lost Boys right there. Done by a homeschool father friend of ours. And I've got some others, but they're hidden. A Million Miles Away is back over there. There's also a Michael Myers one somewhere hidden. But
nice.
I try to make space for everything, but it's kind of crowded now.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got like a little corner as well. Guess there's only so much space you're going to have, right?
My little corner. Exactly.
Well, Sin, while you're here, do you want to plug your live stream for tonight and what time that's on?
Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. As soon as I come on, of course. Yeah, I'm going to be on tonight at 8. We usually go all 4 hours. We're just talking about films from 2018. We generally start off talking about the top 10 worldwide, and then we just kind of, it's like almost like a free-for-all discussion of just different films from 2018, and people in the comments will also talk about films that they liked or suggest films, and then we usually wrap it up with a discussion about shows, TV shows that also started that same year. And so after this, we've got the 2019 live stream, and then that's it, because we started with the 80s. We worked our way through all the years, and now we're almost done. So we got to think of new ideas for live streaming. We got an idea about some sort of like boxing match thing, like where each of us take a decade. Like maybe I'll take the 80s because I'm the oldest, and we'll throw out a movie. And the other people will throw out a movie from their decade, like the 90s, the teens, and then the 90s, the 00s, and then the teens. And we'll compare the IMDb score or whatever. Whichever one had the highest one will be the winner. And we'll just go around. I don't know. It's just something we're thinking about. It seems like a cool idea. So maybe we'll do something like that.
No, yeah, it sounds awesome. And I think when you said 8 p.m. your time, I think that's 1 p.m. UK time,
Eastern, yeah, which is 1 p.m. And we have a regular that joins us pretty much every single stream, and he's from Dublin, Ireland. So he's like he's with us for the whole. I mean, he has a crazy sleep schedule, so he's up anyway. It doesn't matter. But did I ever send you the clip of when he was high?
Yes,
okay.
You did.
Yeah, that's him. Okay, all right, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Simon, right?
Simon, yes.
Yeah. I remember, yeah, that was it. That was a great clip.
Oh my gosh! Arturo, my son, he pulls it up because he made a short of it, and he watches it so many times, and then he'll be playing it on the phone. He'll be holding it up for me, and it's just such a great laugh. I can't help it every time. It tickles me so much.
But must be the most watched show on YouTube at this point, I'm guessing.
No,
I
not
need to
really.
check this out.
Oh, it's so fun. It's really quick, but what happened is, he was suspiciously quiet the whole stream, and he usually will chime in every once in a while. And we were wrapping up our movie discussion, and we were talking about like what were going to be our top movies for that year, and we came to him and we're asking him, and he barely got 2 or 3 words out, and then he just started laughing. And then he tried again and started laughing again, and then he just had to mute himself, and he didn't talk the whole rest of the time. It was funny. It was so surprising, but it still makes me laugh.
Matt, I think you would love the clip, man. It's so good.
Vengeance Media. You're on YouTube, right? I'm probably subbed to you already.
Yeah, probably reach me on Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. All right, I'll try to remember to send you that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's gonna say, yeah, hit Matt up on Instagram. Is usually on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Awesome. But yeah, well, definitely tune in to Sin again. So link to Sin's channel will be down below in the description box after the stream. Same with Jason, and Matt's Instagram will be there as well. We've got an interesting question from Menagel. Menagel says, "Is it just me? But I'm excited for 2024 film releases. There's a ton coming out that I'm buzzing for. Kind of just wish 2023 was over with."
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. I mean, do you guys know what movies we're getting next year? Because I don't know.
No,
I haven't thought about it.
Well, Craven. I know Craven was delayed to next year. I was looking forward to Craven. That was one of my top 10 most anticipated. Okay. That's the only one?
Dune 2.
Oh yeah, Dune 2. That's right. That got maybe the next Spider-Verse movie is coming out next year or something.
No, I don't think it's coming out.
It's not. I know it got delayed, but I don't know. Like,
I don't think they're close to being finished. What I'm hearing, but
okay.
I think I heard somewhere Spider-Verse gonna be 2026.
Oh dang, that far away! Wow.
yeah, I think they were a bit optimistic when they were.
Oh, they definitely were. I was all happy thinking, oh, we only had 9 months. And then I was like, then I heard it was delayed till later in the year. And now, yeah, okay, well.
Animation takes a while, I think.
Oh, it certainly does.
Yeah.
I guess I just assumed they had done it all and had split it up. You know how they do sometimes? Well, all right.
Yeah. No, if someone asked me about next year, I don't know, because I don't know what I'm having for dinner tomorrow, let alone what's happening. I have no idea. So I'm thinking maybe I think some of the horrors that we got this year should have been pushed to next year, because I feel like we've been spoiled so much for horror this year. It's like we've had so much horror this year. I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm a huge horror nerd, but like I feel like there's been so many horror, especially in the summer, which doesn't make sense. They should be in October or September, I think, personally. But like Evil Dead Rise and Scream 6 we had this summer.
Right.
Yeah.
And Evil Dead Rise is now on Netflix as well.
It doesn't make sense. It baffles my mind. We had that in the summer. Like,
it feels like it wasn't even that long ago, to be honest.
No. I know. Where's the time going, Mike?
I know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I think it depends. I mean, like Minaj was adding here, he says one thing to come to mind straight away is Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Yeah.
I think I saw a teaser for that a while, and that was kind of it. Deadpool 3, I think, was maybe teased for them as well.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But he's in there about the writer's strikes possibly delayed that as well.
This is why, I tell you why, that is why John Cena and The Rock are now back with the WWE, because of right strikes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
I thought that straight away. I was like, they need a paycheck from somewhere.
Yeah.
Do they really, though? I mean, come on.
No.
Really? Yeah. True.
If they are in that bad of need of a paycheck, then they are not handling their money right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially The Rock. I mean, The
Rock is probably the most paid actor out there.
Right? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock's just sat at home bored and thought, do you know what? I used to be a wrestler. I call up
a wrestler. Well, he knows if he shows up, the crowd will go crazy. I mean,
true.
He's probably the most over wrestler out there. I don't know.
But he came back like a week.
He came back last week on SmackDown, and everyone just went nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's like a YouTube clip of him come back, like skyrocketed as well. So of course, YouTube money for the WWE. They probably want him back next week, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, Matt. I've noticed that John Cena and The Rock was back, and obviously not doing movies, so they need to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm guessing we're gonna get a Mission Impossible movie next year, maybe. I don't know.
Oh yes, part 2.
I'm guessing it will come out.
I forgot all about that. I think it's.
But
I think it's supposed to. I was pretty sure it was supposed to be next year.
I'm guessing, yeah. I mean,
I thought they filmed that all together as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
I felt really bad for Dead Reckoning though. It just come out. I don't know what they were thinking. Like let's drop this in July, right next to Oppenheimer and Barbie. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Like, it should have come out in June. I think June or August.
I think especially, you're right, Max. I think especially with it coming out with Barbie, you know, I know Oppenheimer did really well, but Barbie was like a hit.
Oh yeah, the whole Barbieheimer thing was huge, wasn't it? So it was just massive. But yeah, the whole Barbie thing was huge. Yeah, it was crazy. It was just a phenomenon. It was just a phenomenon that just won't be recreated for a long time, I don't think. It was just nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
are we gonna get a Captain America movie next year or Avengers movie? I can't remember.
I hope not.
Yeah, I forget what's coming out. I know the Marvels is supposed to come out this year, and that's all I remember. But
I'm not sure about Captain. I have no excitement at all for.
I hate when they always
Marvel at this point.
They always have this Marvel thing, and they go, "All right, here's the next 6 movies," and I'm like, Just give me the next two. I'm just interested in what's coming out in the next two.
Yeah.
I think the next Marvel thing is a couple of weeks' time, Loki season 2.
Yeah, that's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't say I'm excited, but that's coming out next, I think, for Marvel.
Yeah.
And then the Marvels later on this year,
The
I think,
Marvels, I think, should be coming out. And that's going to be like the biggest bomb of the year, I think. It's going to be terrible.
Maybe that or Aquaman, too.
Yeah, Aquaman 2, that's right. That's coming. Yeah.
They can't do any worse than The Flash, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see.
It's very true, Matt. Yeah.
Blue Beetle, it's been bad for DC.
Yeah.
I think Blue Beetle's starting to make money. I think.
Is it? Okay.
It's opening up in other markets now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And hitting
Blue markets. Blue Beetle was actually surprisingly good, I thought.
I enjoyed it. I had some issues, but I thought it was entertaining, and I like the main actor, so I think he
I do like
it
the
a
main
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was an entertaining movie. Yeah, definitely intrigued to see what they're going to do with him going forward and James Gunn's whole thing going on. We'll not get sin started on Henry Cavill.
Her eyes widen. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, James.
I know. Drew's adding in saying, pumped for Marvel's Thunderbolt, Captain America, Brave New World, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Oh, Sonic Hedgehog, yeah, I like that.
Sonic is coming out next year? Sonic 3? Or is he just talking about in general?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Well, weren't they meant to be making a series on the... What was the red character called in Sonic 2?
Knuckles?
Tails.
Knuckles.
No, Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard them meant to be making a series on Knuckles.
Oh, okay.
Is it Paramount that owns Sonic?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those studios.
We'll just say just for the sake of it. Just
Yeah. I'll go with it. I'll go with it.
Sound all authoritative about it and everything.
Because I think I heard through the writer's strike that they were still shooting Sonic. I don't know if it's because it's in the UK and also because it's all like CG. So they're like, oh, well, we can still shoot scenes around CG characters.
Yeah, CGI characters don't have rights, right?
Right, no.
They can go on strike, can they?
Well, the animators could.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Maybe the animators can. I'm now starting to think of Mario and Sonic outside with picket fences now in the future. Like,
Man, it's one of those. Menagio's asking, do you think Deadpool, the new one, Deadpool 3, will live up to the hype? Oh,
man. That's a problem, the hype.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like hype oversells things.
Yeah.
I would prefer not to know much about it at all. I did not want to see Wolverine's uniform. I didn't want to see that. I would have preferred to be exposed to that for the first time in the movie. So I feel like they're kind of, I don't know. People just get really excited about something, and sometimes they build it really big in their mind. So I'm just going to try not to think about it. Just go in and not have any expectation.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the element in 223, well, for a few years now, I would say that the element of surprise has been dead. Because you've just got people on social media and trailers and and I'm one of these people that are an advocate for we just need one trailer for a movie or a teaser.
Right.
You don't need 4 trailers leading up to it. It's just why.
And definitely don't show the plot. Don't show much at all. Just a little teeny... You guys... no, you wouldn't, because maybe you weren't even born at the time. But the trailer for Terminator 2 was so... Like, the teaser, it was so simple. Do you guys know of it? So
not on top of my mind. No.
It was just showing, like, a scene of this factory... this factory line or whatever, and the thing closes and then it opens, and then you see Arnold's fist, and he raises it up and he looks up at the screen and his eye glows red. That was it. That's all you needed. And everybody's like, yes, I'm there.
Yeah. 100%.
Nowadays they show so much of the plot, they show so many of the side characters, and then sometimes stuff they show doesn't even show up in the movie.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
So.
Yeah, 100%.
I try not to watch trailers anymore.
especially for big movies, you're going to be on the cinema. Like if I say like Mission Impossible or something, it just needed to show the train going off the cliff and Mission Impossible this summer, Dead Reckoning. Come and see it. You know you're going to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's so many trailers, and I think I agree with you, Matt, about the element of surprise gone. I mean, for example, like Spider-Man No Way Home, that was shown loads of trailers. The leaked the surprise reveals of, spoiler, all 3 Spider-Man in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's hard to stay, it's hard to avoid that. I don't actively search it out, but if you're on social media, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, all it takes is a thumbnail.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
It's aggravating. But what can you do? I mean, other than just completely stay off YouTube or other places like Twitter. But you can't, I mean, I'm not going to do that because I love YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you're right. It's the thumbnail. Sometimes people, all you got to do is see that thumbnail and you're like, shit.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know about you guys, but like, say for example, when The Flash came out, it like a YouTube, like when you first go on YouTube, video recommendation came on straight away, being like, someone had leaked like the Flash post-credit scene in the cinema, and like the key main art of like the cameo in it. Yeah. So I'm like, I didn't want that as a recommendation. Like, why would you recommend that to people?
It's the same with my TikTok, bro. It's the algorithm. Because your algorithm is movies. It's what you do for your YouTube. It's a movie-based, TV show-based. It's your algorithm, and you like stuff about movies on TikTok or Instagram and stuff. So your algorithm is going to be very movie-based, and then you're just going to see that shit, and it's just like, you bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah. And I think I got to agree with you guys about Deadpool and the hype as well. There's been like loads of leaked photos, leaked videos, loads of things being like, X character is signed on to come back for the movie. And I think it's still going to just get worse when they resume film and get these people actually show up on set, and there'll be leaked photos of them on set and stuff as well.
This whole leaked photos of people on set pisses me off because there was a rumor that Jenna Ortega was going to be in Beetlejuice 2. There was just a big rumor that she was going to be in it, and then people started posting these set pictures, like, Jenna Ortega all dressed up. I want to see that in the movie. I don't want to see these leaked photos. It's crazy.
But they put it out there because it gets them clicks. It gets them attention.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. TMZ must love it.
Yeah. I was going to say, they just snapped that up straight away.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
I would love to know how much TMZ pay for like a leaked photo like that, though. That'd be something that'd be interesting to know.
Especially like big name celebrities like Jenna Ortega, loads of money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
100%. It's crazy.
And adding to this as well, Minaj was saying all those movies before, like Sonic and stuff's all scheduled for 2024.
Okay, I'm surprised about Sonic. I didn't realize it was going to be that soon. Didn't we just have Sonic 2?
Last year, maybe it was Sonic 2.
Was it last year or was it earlier this year? I'm getting my
wasn't this year, it was last year, because it was on my top 10.
Oh, my son says it was last year. Okay, he would know. He's good with dates. All right, yeah.
Yeah, because it was in my top 10 favorite movies of 2022.
Okay.
I got a feeling that next year and 2025 will be very slow because of the strike.
The strikes.
I think we're going to see a lot of animated, like cheap, animated shit in 2025, 100%.
Man, the Asylum's going to have a field day with releases next year.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because it's going to save me some money on poster frames, all right? They're not cheap. Like,
I was going to say, man, with the amount of posters you get, I'm surprised you got room in your place, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Crazy.
Well, hey, Matt, speaking of yourself, man, Minaj was excited to see you. He says, Matt, hey, man, how you doing? It's been a while and hope you're well, and what a surprise.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Oh, that's I'm reading. I can't read on this on my phone, but I can see it on the big screen. My guy, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Menage's awesome. Always
He's
stays
a good
support.
guy.
Menage also.
Good to be back as well. It's good to be back. It's good to.
It's good to have you, man. It's been, I say, like 18 episodes since you were last on.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to be selective with what streams I come on to, and I just like being with you guys. So it's nice.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man. And it's awesome to have Jason and Sin on as well.
Absolutely.
Regulars on Z Talks, man. It's awesome. Hey, Sin, you'll be the champ of Z Talks before long. Jason will be out of it.
I can say I feel like I see Sin all the time now when I'm on here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
I'm always down for it. If my schedule permits, I love to talk about movies. If I can make it happen, I will make it happen. So, yeah.
And then you normally got the front row as well, right? So she's always on.
Yeah, it's been a bit since
I haven't seen her in a while.
I've seen her on. I think she was on one of the other live streams with you, right, Mike? But that's been a few weeks.
Yeah, so like I love Jamie Lee, love having her on. I just know lately she's been having like a couple of things on, like personally, like she's told us and stuff. Obviously, it's not my business to tell. And she's just been quite busy, so I just haven't really asked, you know. But hopefully get Jamie back on soon. I love Jamie; she's great.
Oh, she's so much fun.
She is.
The time is crazy though. You know, she's like it's super early in the morning for her. Right?
Right.
When we're on, I can imagine it's probably kind of rough for her.
I think she's mentioned before it's like 6 p.m. Sorry, 6 a.m. sometimes.
6 a.m. Yeah. I'll be like, no, y'all go on without me.
Right.
6 a.m. in the morning.
Well, that's it. That's it, exactly. She's probably too busy sleeping. I don't blame her.
Don't blame her at all.
Menage Girl's asking, are you guys pre-ordering Guardians of the Galaxy 3? And you can't wait for it to arrive in 4K.
No. I haven't ordered it yet.
Nah, same here. But I hope you enjoy the Menage Girl, man. Hope you enjoy your pre-order.
Yeah, we have Lisa from Lisa Loves, Jamie Lee, and like Sarah from what's hers? The popcorn.
Popcorn chat.
Because all three have 3 different accents and they're very strong, and it'd be fun to listen to all 3 of them talk and go, "Wow, look at those accents!"
Right.
It's what you'll find in the UK, Jason. I'm sure Matt can attest to this. It's crazy, same country, but
it's so cool to our non-UK ears. All right, we love accents because
we love accents.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably very similar to people that aren't from here. You know, when you hear an American accent, maybe it sounds so unique and interesting, but to us, it's just like, it's just American.
Yeah.
And I'm all intrigued.
I don't know why. Like, you watch an American TV show like Family Guy or whatever, anything American, and they portray an English person, and it's like
I don't watch that,
posh, and we've got the worst teeth ever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hello, chap. Oh, yeah.
And terrible food.
Yep. You know, none of us talk like that.
Yeah.
If you come to England, you'll be very disappointed.
Yeah.
You know?
It's always the Cockney accent, isn't it? The hello, governor. Chip-chipperoo.
Governor.
No, that's not. Cockney's like, you're right, you slag.
It is, yeah, I can vouch for Matt. Yeah, it is. You get a lot of people accents where they sound really rough as well in England. Like, they might be a lovely person, but they sound really just rough.
Rough. When you say rough, you mean hard to understand?
No, like you hear their voice and you're like, oh, don't like the sound of this person.
Oh.
Like the accent.
Okay.
Yeah, stay away from me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I remember my mom and I were in Germany, and we bumped into like an old English couple that were touring too. And I tell you, we cannot understand a word they said, and they were speaking English. And I was like,
so
my mom and I looked at each other like, I don't know what they said. They were speaking English. But
so fun.
it was weird. I don't know what was going on, but
to be fair, we do that with other English people here. We just look at, we just like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like in the movie Snatch.
Yeah.
No, there's a scene where Brad Pitt is talking and Jason Statham and the guy that's with him, they're like, they have no idea what he's saying.
No idea.
But it's very similar. I mean, I think it's that way in any language, you guys. Like in Spanish,
Mhm.
you have some dialects that are much stronger than others. Like my husband, who's Mexican, has spoken Spanish his whole life. He has a hard time understanding maybe a Puerto Rican dialect or the Cuban or Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they all speak the same language, but it's just, I find that fascinating. You can have people from the same language don't even understand each other.
Yeah,
and it all has to do with the dialect.
We want to avoid down here.
It is, yeah. People from Liverpool in England saying it's different. Yeah.
Well, Mike said Saw X, and I heard Saw Rex, and then Matt
Saw
came
Rex.
on.
Saw
Matt
Rex,
said
yeah.
Saw X, and I heard Saw Rex again, and I was like, I'm hearing this name wrong for some reason. They're telling me
Saw X. Yeah, Saw X.
I don't know why. My brain's just Saw Rex. So I'm like Saw Rex.
Saw Rex.
Have you seen the? I don't remember if I mentioned this on this stream or not, but there was like this funny video, and they wrote down this, like these Australians wrote down this phrase for this guy to say, and the phrase was "Rise up, lights," and they just told him to keep saying it, "Rise up, lights, rise up, lights, rise up, lights," and then they're like in Australian, basically what he was saying was razor blades.
Really?
Rise up, lights. Yeah.
Rise up,
lights. Yeah, rise up, lights. Razor blades.
Rise up, lights.
That was really funny.
That's great. It's interesting. It's interesting to hear though, like Matt, like when we're talking and you guys are like, what did they say?
Yeah, I know, right? We might as well be talking mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, here's a question you might be able to answer because Sin, you haven't seen Expendables 4, right?
No.
No, okay. So Sai's asking, what film has worse CGI, Expendables or The Flash?
Oh man, The Flash was bad. That was bad.
The Flash was real bad though. Do you know what? I wanted to root for The Flash so much because not only because of Michael Keaton's Batman, but generally the story is good. You've got Supergirl, The Flash, Michael Keaton, you've got Ben Affleck, Batman, but the CGI just really heavily took me out of the movie. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the Expendables, or however people were saying it, wasn't great CGI neither, to be honest. It was like, especially on the ship, and it was like, man.
Yeah, I've been hearing bad things about
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah, but we're just going for Megan Fox, really. I mean, yeah.
Well, I thought the babies in Flash was like the worst CGI I've seen in a movie. Like, I was like, they don't look like real babies. Like,
they look like PS2 babies. Don't they have PS2 babies? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's bad.
Or that Nicolas Cage cameo, CGI cameo.
Yeah, it's like, that's not Nicolas Cage. I don't know what that is.
That's a PlayStation Nicolas Cage. That's like
man.
Not even a good PlayStation.
PlayStation from Wish.com version of
yeah.
It looked like he had been like AI'd over. They're like AI prompt, make Nicolas Cage young, and it was like, this is the best we can do.
Yeah.
It looked awful. I'm gonna be honest though, Matt. I think probably Expendables. Just with like, it was clear, obvious green screen, and like the water looked so fake.
It was bad.
And then on a boat.
Bad, bro.
Like, I don't know about you, Matt, because you're the only one who's seen it besides myself.
Right.
But like I said in my review, there's like on the shoot, like on some on-set locations, but even the shots on the on-set locations look so green screened, and I'm like, it's set in like a warehouse. How's it green screen right now?
Oh, it's terrible. It just felt so rushed, man. It was just like, nah. I didn't rate it whatsoever, which is just sad because, I just didn't rate it at all. Which is sad because I love Stallone. I love the guys that are in it. I thought 50 would be cool, but I like 50 Cent as well. And like, it's like nah. But
He couldn't save it. Josh is saying McDonald's ads have more production value than the bar.
yeah,
True. It's very true. Yeah, they do. Oh, okay. So Menagio is saying more about 2024 leaks. He said Kung Fu Panda 4, Madam Web, Quiet Place Day 1, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, Bad Boys 4, Venom 3, Mustafa Lion King, Alien, Romulus, Beetlejuice, Craven, Joker 2, Smile 2.
Okay, that's a big list.
Okay.
Out of them, I'm going Bad Boys 4 100%, Joker 2, and Planet of the Apes. They're my big ones.
Also,
I agree.
Quiet.
And Beetlejuice 2 for Jenna Ortega, obviously.
I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with Beetlejuice after all these years, though.
Yeah, I'm worried about it. Because when we're going back to now when we were talking about the hype for movies, is there too much hype? It's like, do you remember when Hocus Pocus 2 came out? And like after all these years, people were waiting for Hocus Pocus 2, and it just felt mid. So
it's like that happens a lot with movies like that they're coming back after so long, and it's just like just doesn't feel like they put quality effort into it. It's like they just do it just because it's coming back. Here, let's give you a half-baked story. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think what I liked from Hocus Pocus 2 was the Walgreens, when they go to Walgreens. I thought that was hilarious. But like other than that, I just kind of was like, And the rest of it was mid. I didn't like it.
Yeah, these are all sequels, and I'm just going through the whole line, going, why?
Yeah,
That's only word that's coming to my mind. Every single thing I'm going, why make that? Why make that? I don't know if it's me. Every time I watch a sequel, I just go, why did we? Like when I saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, I put in my review. I just put, why? Why did we make this? I just don't get why we're making this stuff. It doesn't make sense.
It's because it's a quick money grab. They know that people are going to go watch it just because.
Man.
I don't know what they're going to do with the title for Bad Boys 4, because the last movie was called Bad Boys for Life. It's like they should have saved that for the fourth movie.
They should have saved
that for life.
Yeah. It'll just be Bad Boys. It'll just be Bad Boys for Life. ... Again.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you can't go wrong with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. When they're together, it's gold. So I'm looking forward to that. You can't go wrong with those guys. So yeah, that'll be good.
Like the worst I don't know, call it title, I think, to give a movie is, say, Final Chapter. That's just a terrible title because it's not the final chapter. It's never the final chapter.
I was like Saw. Saw the final chapter.
It's the final one. No, it's not.
Correct.
And then I think I heard, because Saw X is set between the first and second one, I think I heard that there's plans for a new trilogy. I'm like, why is it the final chapter?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
They'll do one next that's between 3 and 4, then 4 and 5, probably.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
It's so popular to do origins, isn't it? Like everything is like, well, we've made 10 movies. Now we're going to do an origin. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, I guess. I mean, you can't think of anything else. I guess we'll try doing an origin.
Oh, we can't think of anything else. Let's make Spiral. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what movies come out, though. Of course, writer strikes, delays, if these movies have been shot or they. Because I think Beetlejuice had like 10% left to film and then it was completed before the strike. So I really don't know. Josh is adding saying that like a Lion King prequel thing is a horrible idea. I have no idea why they're making it.
I don't get that.
Yeah, but it's Lion King, known title. Kids are going to see it, aren't they? It's Lion King.
Disney's done such a bad job.
Yes.
Yeah. Besides, I don't know. I can't wait to see Maxine next year. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, 100%. Maxine will be good.
That'd be great. Yeah, I like the other 2 installments, so I'm excited for that. He says also the remake of Toxic Avenger. Destiny. No, it's getting a remake. There
yes,
we go.
I had been hearing about that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that
Elijah
DC.
Wood. Yes, Elijah Wood.
Oh, I've seen a picture with like the weird hair strand there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of looks like Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, I know which one you're on about now. Yeah. Okay. It looks interesting from that picture, but I don't know. I've never seen the original Toxic Avenger, to be honest. So.
Me either.
No, I'm done. Yeah, Toxic Avengers. I have too many toxic girlfriends. It's crazy.
There you go.
Don't need a Toxic Avenger, man. And then the new Karate Kid movie as well is apparently coming.
No,
I don't need a movie.
not Jaden Smith.
Stick with Cobra Kai, man. I like Cobra Kai.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is all I need.
Yeah, I don't know if Jaden Smith's come back, but I've heard Jackie Chan's returning, so I don't know how that's going to maybe acknowledge Jaden Smith in like a photograph on his desk or something. I don't know.
If a Karate Kid movie is going to happen, it needs to be like a Cobra Kai movie to finish it all off.
Agreed.
Yes.
100%.
I agree. Sin, have you ever watched Cobra Kai?
Well, yes, I've got one season under my belt. That's it. It's like a never-ending joke on my channel. When Simon comes on, he always harasses me about not having finished Cobra Kai, because I did reaction videos to the first season, but reaction videos are a huge pain to edit. If you guys have ever done them, you know what I'm talking about. So I think when I proceed to the next seasons, I'll just watch the season, maybe just do a review video of them or something. It's just, you guys, there's so many things I want to see, and sometimes I have to be in the right mood to watch something. I am very ADD when it comes to this. That's why I do movie polls sometimes. Pick my next movie for me. Don't make me do it. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I did really enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love the character of Johnny. It is so funny. The character transformation, like I didn't like him in the first movie, but I like him in this. I like him better than what's his name, Danny? Is it?
Oh yeah, he's way better than Danny.
Yeah, and it was just so funny the way he would. And just so like no PC, no nothing, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, we need more people like Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
completely.
Less Karens, more Johnny.
Yes.
But as the seasons go on, because as it's done 5 seasons, Johnny just gets more likable as each season.
Oh, nice, because he's been written so well.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm getting okay. So one season in, and I'm tired of the teenage drama stuff. The stupid teenage romance. I'm just like, okay, let's get on to the other stuff. Let's get past this, you know. But it was interesting to see Sholo, because that was my introduction to him, and then to see him all grown up in Blue Beetle. It's like I still am thinking Sholo from season 1, and then all of a sudden here he is, this grown. I'm like, oh, he's just that little kid from from Cobra Kai. He's all grown up. So yeah.
I was going to say, especially if you've only seen the first season, definitely a big change.
I was starting not to like him though. At the end of the season, he's turning into a little turd. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens as I continue.
You gotta check out the Continental. That's really good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it better than John Wick 3 and 4?
Yeah, I mean it's the first episode. So I hate weekly episodes, man. Just give me the whole fucking. Just give me
like
it.
3 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it sucks. So just
maybe I'll wait till it's done. Then watch.
Yeah. But I did watch the first episode. It was really good. Yeah, it's very much like John Wick.
How long are the episodes? Or
this one's an hour and a half. This one's a movie.
Ooh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an hour and 25 minutes, I think.
So when you say it's very much like John Wick, this gives me pause. Is it very much like John Wick, as in John Wick 1 and 2, or 3 and 4?
I'll take you didn't like 3 and 4.
No, I did not. I especially couldn't stand 4. Oh, that one just ticked me off so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's very much got the John Wick mannerisms that you would expect from John Wick, but it's not John Wick, it's someone else.
Right.
It's about Winston, and his and his sort of rise to,
What
everything.
he became. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you just have to watch the first episode. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think John Wick just essentially become a bit over the top. Like, I love the first two movies. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I still like the other two. I still like 3 and 4, but I just feel like they're very much like, yeah, that's bullshit. You would not survive that. Like, that's just like some of the it's like he become invincible, really, because he was just getting like hit by these cars. He was jumping out of windows and
falling out of buildings.
Oh, he's falling off.
Falling off rooftops, landing on cars, and then just walking away. I can't.
Walks away.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Matt, I agree with saying that would probably be the only thing that turned me off the Continental, if it's like that, where people's falling out of buildings and they just get up.
Yeah.
It probably put me off a little bit.
See, that's why I hesitate to watch it, because I'm still kind of annoyed at John Wick 4 that I spent 3 hours of my life almost watching that doggone movie.
Yeah.
Sin's top 10 of the year, it's going in by the sounds of it, there, Sin. Talking about final chapters, remember Resident Evil, the final chapter?
Yep.
I've got more. I've got Harry from Halem. Hey, Harry. Hope you're well, man. He says Cobra Kai is the only show necessary at this point in life.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, we should get that next year on Netflix. Hopefully, I think they filmed it.
Is that coming out next year?
Well, I think it started filming, and then the writer's strike happened, and then, of course, the actor's strike.
I thought it was closer to... I thought it was just about ready to happen before the writer's strike, but I guess...
Well, they want to hurry up before they all start looking fucking old.
Yeah.
I mean...
We're still in high school. It's like, I don't think so.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, what's the name of that movie? With Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill.
The Jump Street ones.
Yeah, 21 Jump Street is good.
Yeah.
Like in high school.
They didn't even look convincing in the first one as high schoolers.
No.
Whatever they were.
It's going to be like that Saw. You remember that Saw movie where they had John Kramer have his hat turned backwards?
Yeah. Yeah, they put one with like a backwards cap.
Really?
Give him a
just to make him look
sequence.
That backwards hat does it.
Yeah, I revisited that and I was like, that's so stupid. At the time, you don't think about it, but now I'm like, what were they thinking? Well, in this new one coming out, it's set between the first and second one, which is like 10, 15 years later. I wonder how they're going to make them look younger in this one.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Backwards caps returning, mate, I think.
They're going to have him come out with some slang, like to mix in with the cool kids.
I think so.
Have you seen that, I don't know what you call it, a meme of Steve Buscemi? It's in some movie. I forget what movie, I think, but he's dressed like a high schooler and he has like a skateboard and he's like, hello fellow kids. It's like, and he looks so out of... Like...
I don't think I've seen the movie, but I've seen that clip and the pictures of it. Clip. I think he's got a backwards cap.
Yes, he does. He has a backwards cap. He has a skateboard. Gosh. Hello, fellow kids. And it's like, Steve Buscemi does not look like it.
Holy shit. I actually made a meme of that today. Let me try and find it on my iPad. It was like, trying to find my iPad real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, man, please do. In the meantime, we've got Joe in the chat saying, evening, guys. Got a love Random City Talks. Hey, Joe. Hope you're well. Harry's asking, have you guys gone back and watched Karate Kid after seeing Cobra Kai and had a changed perspective of Johnny? Kind of makes you look at Daniel differently. Yeah.
I haven't gone back to rewatch it, but I did watch, because I'm not super crazy about the Karate Kid, to be honest. I think I like Cobra Kai more than that first movie. But I did go watch a YouTube video talking about how Danny was the real asshole in the story or something like that. And it's like, you know what? He kind of was. But when you first watch it, you're supposed to pull for him and not for Johnny, you know, because Johnny's presented as being the tell-all. But then when you look at it from Johnny's perspective, it wasn't quite so simple, was it?
Nah.
But this is captioned when it's 2:23 and there's a new Saw movie There's a new Saw movie and a Blink 182 album come out in the same month, and it's with this meme.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how to pass on that thinking he looks like a high schooler.
For him, he's the worst looking high school.
That's right. It'll definitely be like, I think we should have padlocked the school for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's it.
Jason and Matt, have you guys ever gone back to kind of Karate Kid and rewatched them since Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I got the 4Ks. I love them. Love that franchise so much. I think Silver is such a cool baddie in the third movie.
Bad guy.
Yeah, he's just a coked up hooligan in that movie. He's just crazy, and he's crazy in Cobra Kai as well. Like,
I love him in Cobra Kai. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then you've got that look forward to.
Ian Griffin.
You're talking about which? Are you talking about the teacher, or somebody else?
No, have you seen Karate Kid 3?
I have, but I don't remember.
The main villain, basically.
Oh gosh, I'd have to look up his picture. Okay.
He's tall. He's like 6'3" or 2 or something.
Okay.
And
he doesn't show up in the first season, right?
And even in this, even the 60s, he looks so good in the fight scenes because he has got such a great long kick that you're like, wow, I would not want to be kicked by this guy because he's got such a good reach.
Yeah.
I think he still does karate or something like that. So I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. He's the same age as Daniel, I think. What's his name?
Ralph Macchio.
Ralphie Macchio. They're like the same age.
Yeah, I do not know which virgins they're sacrificing. Like, same with Tom Cruise, man. Like, I mean, how are they staying that young?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a photo of Tom Cruise and the leading actress in Top Gun, the original one, and they're fucking the same age, and she looks fucking half dead. And
I've seen that.
And and it's the same with Ralph Macchio. It's just looks so. Yeah, it's like, you bastards. like, what virgins are they sacrificing to the Dark Lord? So, like, even
no, Johnny's still a bad person in the first movie, I will say. I mean, they almost beat Daniel to death in one scene. I mean, that's a really. I mean, that scene is like they were taking it way too far. I mean, they could have really damaged Daniel in that scene. And the other guy's like, he's had enough. I'll tell you when he's had enough. And it's like, wow, you're in high school. You're going down a dark place, man.
Yeah.
If that's what you're like in high school. But so I don't know if it does anything for me. I still think of him as the bad villain in the first movie.
Oh shit, that's nothing. Go to school in the UK, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, but especially as it's like an 80s movie, though. It's like, I mean, things are never that time, like as you mentioned, Jason. You know, but it's a great movie, though. I really love it. The franchise. Josh is adding in here saying about heard the Continental stinks, so he's not bothering with it.
Of course, Josh.
Well, Matt's opposite. Matt loves it, so hey, man.
I would expect nothing less from Josh.
Josh. That'd be Josh, though.
Yeah. I was going to say, he says John Wick 4 is in the bottom half of my list of the year. Though it's decent, but lacks a lot. Like, it feels like it's been ages since John Wick 4 came out.
I know.
It does.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it feels like it was like last year, but obviously it was only like March time or so, I think.
It's the same with Scream 6. That was this year as well.
Yeah, that feels like ages ago.
It feels like years ago.
It's true.
I'm going to have to really review my letterbox at the end of the year and be like,
right, thank goodness for Letterboxd.
We were just talking about Evil Dead Rise being on Netflix now, and it was like, that only came out a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it's like, say, May?
Was it
May
April?
time, maybe?
Was it May or April? Oh, gosh, I don't remember, y'all.
I don't know.
It was in the trailer when I saw John Wick in the movie theater. I remember that.
Oh.
It was one of the trailers, so it came right after John Wick Chapter 4.
Okay. Maybe about April and Sin, I think.
Okay.
I think you could be right. Josh says most of my watches for the month have been 9 or above out of 10. Feet at Camp, Bottoms, and Coda as well. Nice, man. Yeah. Sin, you saw Feet at Camp, right?
I did see Theater Camp. It was one of the Mystery Movie Mondays at Regal.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that a few weeks before it came out. And when they announced what it was, I was a little disappointed because I was like, this doesn't look... But I stuck with it, you know. Got the ticket, I'll go ahead and stick with it. And it was actually, I mean, it's not something I would have chosen to watch because it's just not the genre that I like, but it was good. So I think anybody who likes that style of film would like it. Yeah.
Right. I saw the trailer for it and it went off UK cinemas pretty quick, but it looked like a fun movie.
Yeah, it was the comedy. It was funny.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, we're probably just going to wrap up here. But first, I just want to take time to thank Jason, Sin, and Matt for joining me for Z Talks. The link to Jason's channel and Sin's is down below in the description box after the stream, and Matt's Instagram as well. Matt, great to have you back, man. Hope to get you back again at some point as well. And
for sure, man. Thank you. It was awesome to be on, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Jason, of course, the reigning champ, another appearance, and Sin catching up very slowly as well.
I'll catch up to you, Jason.
Sin's catching up.
One of these days.
But no, appreciate you guys joining me. Appreciate you guys watching live or after the fact. And until next time, we will see you later. Bye, everyone.